Skirt, skirt, all niggas. Skirt up, all niggas. Skirt down, you acting like me. Acting like we wasn't more than a summer fling. I said farewell, you took it well.
It's me up in the cut again. It's me up in the cut again. Hey y'all, it's Lonna Jean. I'm so happy to be back, guys. So happy. Yes. So I love you guys for coming here. It's so unusual to see you guys again. Okay, a lot's been going on. I haven't talked to you guys since June, but guess what? I'm back, and that's all that matters. Okay, so I have a new name for you guys. I figured out the name I want you guys to have. You guys' name is gonna be my honey buns. Okay, you're gonna be my honey buns, because that's what my mother calls us, her kids, honey buns. So you're my kids, and you're gonna be my honey buns. Okay, so as I was looking back at some of my older YouTube videos, you know how when you look at an old video and you kind of cringe? That's how it was for me. Roll the tape. Judge me, I'm not a professional. And yeah, y'all. I can't believe I was giving y'all tips on that.
Boy, if you don't get.
So we're gonna have to rerun that back, baby. Update the makeup routine, because the way I was telling y'all to do my eyebrows was not right. And it was not okay. Okay? And so we're gonna get y'all right this time. The girls is not gonna fail this time. I got y'all, because if y'all know me for real. So y'all gonna need, you're gonna need this. If you don't have that, you can have one of the eyebrow shavers. And you're gonna need your lighter concealer. You can use your foundation or your darker concealer. Okay, then you're gonna need, I like this NYX Professional. It has a spoolie at the end if you don't have one. And this, personally, me, when I first started, I used to use pomade, but I don't really like that now, because I don't know, I like to give like the natural flawless look. So first things first, y'all already know I always got my mirror on me, but sorry if the lighting is terrible. I'm gonna tell y'all a story time while we do our makeup. Okay, so go ahead and pluck these, and I'm gonna be right back, Bookie. Alrighty, babes, we're back. Your eyebrows are looking very great, right? First thing you want to do, you want to take this if you have one of these. The best places that I never really get my makeup from like big stores. I usually just get it from like Walgreens, especially my little stuff. Like I get it from like the beauty store. But my foundation and my concealer is from like Sephora. I also like Ulta too. It's really, really good. So I'm gonna take the end of this tip, and my thing that I always do is very easy. Hold up, y'all gonna see it right here. Outline the front line, okay? So get at the very end right here and bring it down. The easiest way to trace it. And then go at the bottom side, watch this, and create another line. So there you can shade in the rest. And then lightly go across. See, I'm gonna go across. Across. It's okay if you get stuff wrong. Sorry, yeah, that was a ghetto version. You wanna brush your eyebrows out. Now, if you want that exaggerated look, you can go for a deeper or a darker shade, but I want my natural. So never press hard. Do not press hard. Barely graze it. And because you want that natural look. And don't go against the grain. Go with the grain. And you know what I mean? Just fill them bad boys in. Get them the shape you want them. Usually the best way to go for eyebrows is diagonal, up, down. Now my eyebrows look different every time. I don't know, it just depends on how I'm feeling at the day. Sometimes I want really, really thin. Other times I want immaculate. And after you get the ends, never shade in the front first. Always get the ends. And for the front, you want to lightly pass. And you want to come from the bottom up. So guys, how would you feel if I started like a cooking videos on here? Because my sister always tells me, oh, you make the best food. Now, when you go to college, I'm going to need those recipes. So how would y'all feel if I started like a cooking thing? Like, how would that go? How would that be? Would you guys like that? But we also have to get into the story, okay? So, we're going to start the story off about how I got scammed. Okay? So, I have been wanting to do nails for a little while, and I always like watching people do nails, and I wanted to learn how to do nails. So for months I was just like, I'm gonna look up everything, okay? So I was looking up stuff and the cost of stuff, because clearly I am a child. I don't have any money, I don't have a job, and I was just looking up stuff, and I was like, ooh, baby, these prices are high, higher than the sky. So for months, like I think like for a year, I was just thinking about like just doing it, but I never did it because I didn't have the money for it. So I joined all these groups on Facebook because I love even looking at nail inspos. So like if I go, I can get my nails done at the shop or whatever. And I was in this group for about like 8 months. One thing I always do not like is that I never have enough storage. So sorry. So I joined this Facebook group. I'm sorry guys, it's gonna have to go fast. And for months I was in the group, okay? People can post everything in the group. And this lady was like, she came on there and she said, hi, is anybody willing to buy any or need any nail equipment, because I'm having a baby and I'm not gonna be able to do nails anymore. So contact me with the price, we can negotiate. And it was a whole bunch of nail stuff. It was for like 7 pictures. And I was like, people were in the comments like, oh, I would like to buy it, and she was like, DM me. And so I DM'd her and I was like, do you still have the stuff for the nails? And it was a whole bunch of stuff. And she was like, yes I do. I was like, did anybody buy it yet? She was like, no, nobody has bought it yet. And I was like, oh, that's great. I was like, congratulations on the baby. So what number will you be selling it for? Like, what price would you be selling it for? And she was like, we can negotiate the price. And me being the nice person I am, I was like, okay, we can go for like 200 to 400. And she was like, 400 will be okay. And I was like, okay, I'll get the money. Can you, she was like, okay, I need a deposit of the money first. And I was like, because I told her I didn't have it all and I would get paid on Friday. And she was like, I just needed a deposit of $20. And I sent it to her Cash App. And she was like, oh, thank you. I was like, no, thank you. Have a nice day. I will call you. And I gave her like my email and my phone number so she could call me if she had any questions. So okay, as I'm listening to it right now, I left out a few steps. Also, she asked me my address so she could ship the stuff to me, and she had my email. I had her email and her phone number. So I'm texting this girl all the time, right? So mind you, it took me a week to get my stuff. So I was like, how is the stuff doing? How are you doing? Da, 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 da. She would text me too, and I'm like, oh, that's great, that's great. So then I had gave her like half of the money, and it was like $200. And she was like, oh, okay, thank you. Da, 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 da. So stuff is still going smooth, right? I only had like $200 more to give her. And it was a week later, and I was like, oh, I have all the stuff. Mind you, I looked at this lady's profile. It looked legit. It wasn't no scam, nothing. It was a regular girl. She had friends. She had Facebook family, da, 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 da. I was like, okay. In the pictures, they didn't look like they were like, you know when sometimes it's a scam, people's pictures look professional. They weren't professional. They looked like they were in a room or like on a desk. So I was like, okay, forget it. I'm trying to get my stuff started. I'm trying to get me a little business. And so went on by my day. Boom. Friday come around. Give her the money. She's like, oh, thank you so much. I will go crest the shipping label right now. So I was like, okay, thank you. Just tell me when it's done, okay? She didn't block me or nothing. we're talking the next day. I'm like, oh yeah, when do you think you can ship it out? And she was like, oh yeah, just give me a little time. I'm gonna go ship it tomorrow. So I go text her, and then she didn't answer. So it's like the third day after I bought the stuff. I'm like, no, I'm getting mad because why are you playing with me? I just bought your stuff. Why are you playing with me? I text her, I said, do you know when you're gonna be able to send stuff? Block. I was like, oh no. The disrespect was crazy. Hold on, guys. Get your darker and your lighter concealer and your spoolie again. Okay, also to tell you, your lighter concealer goes under your eyes, and your foundation or your darker concealer goes over the top of your the top part of your eyebrow. So your concealer goes under the bottom part, and your foundation or darker under the top part. So I'm calling her. I'm not calling, bro. I'm over here texting her on Cash App, like I'm really being really nice. I'm like, ma'am, if you're not gonna let me get the stuff, can you please send my money back? That's not right. And I'm texting her. Then she blocks me on Cash App also. Then I text her. Now that I'm looking back at this, I should have whooped her arse. Off of my sister's phone, she blocks that phone too. Then I was like, you know what? God is gonna handle it, because if I do, I'm going to jail. So I'm like, you know what, man? Shoot, pissed. Just waste my money. And I figured about the situation. I'm just like, you know what? God is gonna handle it. If it wasn't meant to be done, it didn't mean to be done. So I'm still in the nail group, by the way, and I put up a post, but they didn't accept my post for some reason. That's weird. And I come back, I see this girl post again in the nail group, and she's talking about some I have nail equipment that I want to sell. And I go to her page, I'm like, oh, this unblocked me. You know what? I'm finna go crazy. I text this girl. I text everybody under that post who tried to buy stuff from her. And guess what? She been scamming them too. So I tell everybody, don't buy from this girl. She's a scammer. Da 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 da. I don't care if I get kicked out the Facebook group. Like, this girl's a scammer. It's not fair, and people are over here trying to make profit, and you over here stealing from people. You're weird. Get it together. Like, girl, I gave you patience and time, and clearly you just ain't want it. But that's okay, because guess what? God got it. Y'all, did I tell you about my dog scratching me? So I have 2 new puppies. Well, they're not new to me, but they're new to y'all. And one is Maximus. He's a golden retriever. And then I have a German shepherd, and her name is Indy. Well, Indulgence, but it's Indy. And I take care of them. And they're very... Indy, she's very fast and she's very fit. So she runs really, really fast, and she knows how to jump high. Max, he's very lazy. He's lazy, so he likes to claw at stuff. And he's really, really smart. So he likes to claw, like, if he don't want to jump up. So when he tries to grab you towards him with his claws, and it hurts. And I've been telling him not to do that. Also, could somebody give me tips on how to train 2 puppies or a puppy, please? And I was playing with them. I'm gonna insert the video. I was playing with them, and they were jumping on top of me, and I was just laying down. And I was with my sister's dog, Queen. And I rise up, because one of them gave me a whip, really, and I rose up, and my face got scratched up. I'm gonna insert the pictures. Y'all, they got in so much trouble. And I still have the outlines of it. So you want to do your lighter concealer on the bottom, and then your darker one on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this in. Sorry if this video isn't long, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend this in, and then I'll be back.
On my mirror, start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Want to stand.
Well, guys, this is the finishing result. They look good. Sorry this video wasn't very long. This was just how to do your eyebrows tutorial, and I hope I helped some of you girlies out. Goofy, funny yourself, because I ain't got no storage. But I hope you guys like this video. Y'all look good. And this was just how to do your eyebrows. Hopefully I redeemed myself from other video, because that was looking a little trash. I said, nah, baby, we cannot be going out like that. We cannot. Guess what, guys? I'm back. I will see you again Comment down below if you want me to do a full face makeup routine again, because I will for you guys, because I love y'all. But guess what, honey buns? It's Lonna Jean. We out this thing. Hey, my man, he love me. He always hold that Glock when he I say my man, he love me.